All right, if you guys need a little guidance on that delta math, I'll walk you through some of these some examples here. For this first section, it's kind of relates back to, these rigid motions, reflection, rotation, but also dilating. So you're supposed to tell if the two figures are congruent. So by looking at this, they're different shapes. I mean, they're totally different. It does kind of look like a rotation, but it doesn't match up, right? So they're not the same shape. So I would just say it's not congruent. There's no mapping that would get this to that. They're also not similar, okay? I believe that'll be right, hopefully. Let me give you another one to find one that is. Okay, these look like they're probably congruent. Looks like a rotation. So that is congruent. There's a rigid motion that you can do. It's a rotation is the rigid motion. Similar, it is, even though they're congruent, it's similar. Dilation could be done. It would be a scale factor of 1 though, because it didn't change size. Okay, it's just a rotation. Looks like it doesn't change size, so that would be a scale factor of 1. Okay. And see if we can find, and I'll show you a picture. Let me see if we can find one where it does change size. A lot of them are just rotations. Here we go. This one looks like it's not similar because there's not a rigid motion, right? It's a shrinking. It's not just a movement where it also shrinks, which is not, there's no rigid motion. Rigid motion means it doesn't change size. Okay, it does look like they are similar. It looks like a dilation, but look at this side. This side's 1 and this side's 4. Look carefully which way it's actually going. It's going from CDF to GHIJ. So it looks like it's going from this one to this one. So that looks like it's growing. Actually, look here, from CDEF to GHIJ. It's going from this one to this one. It's actually growing by a scale factor of 3. It looks like, because this side's 1 and then it changes to 3. So be careful about which way you're going there. This was can. They are similar. If that's right. And then it will show you that it slid it up and then it's also stretching it. Okay. On this part, what I would do on these other ones, just do like what we've been doing in class, find the scale factor. You're allowed to use a calculator here. So scale factor from 8 to 38. Well, I'm going to do, sorry, to 37. I'm going to do 37 divided by 8 is 4.6. Maybe I could write that on here. 37 over 8 is a scale factor. I'm just going to put that as a decimal, 4.625. And I can just use that scale factor to find the other sides. Okay, so from getting from here to here, which I'm guessing I'm trying to find how long HI is, I can just do 5 times that scale factor, 4.625. Okay, so it's like what we did just with the decimal. Let's see what that is. 3.125. Ooh, wrong. They're showing a different method here. Let me just double check my method there. They might want to as a, oh, I see. You're supposed to round to the nearest tenth is what I didn't read. Okay, the nearest tenth, so 23.1. They are showing this way to do it with proportions. If you want to do it that way, it's fine. But I would suggest just go with what we've been doing and find the scale factor. Do 49 divided by 13 to get the scale factor, and then use that scale factor to multiply by this to get this side. Okay, and I think the last section's similar, except they give you a scale factor, and you have to, I don't know how to get rid of this stuff. You have to figure out a different side. So the RST is dilated by a scale factor of 1/2 to form R prime, S prime, T prime. This is actually the after, okay? This is after the scale factor of 1/2. So what's the RS before? You got to think backwards. So if it's a scale factor of a half, that means this should be half of the original one. So really you're going to multiply by 2. So for RS, it's looking like I'm just going to have to do 12 and then times it by 2, get 24. So it's still just scale factor. You just got to be a little careful on how it's worded there. Let's do one more. Scale factor of 3. IJKL dilated by scale factor 3 to form I prime J prime K prime L prime. They're giving you the after the dilation is 48. So you got to understand that you're trying to find what it was before the dilation of 3. So you really would times by 1/3 to go backwards, or you could divide by 3. Before it got dilated by 3, we're going to talk in 16. Because 16 times 3 would give me 48. So just be careful on how it's worded there. Draw it out if you need to. But that is some hints on how to do that delta math there.